I'm finna record the meanest diss track against Kendrix. Meanest diss track. Bars. You ain't got no cars. And your bitch is from Mars, cause she a bitch. And she got a weird head. I wish she was dead. Red.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Lessons from the Inside. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, grab whatever refreshments you want. My name is Sophie. I'm the producer that's typically behind the computer, but today Kendrix is taking my job because his voice is gone. He sounds like he smokes 6 packs a day, and we're just not going to do that today. And another little mix-up that we have is Mr. Carl DeBose is going to be our guest. So we'll see how that goes. We might not be on YouTube much longer. Hopefully we don't get kicked off. Okay, so Kendrix, you're over there. So Carl, we are doing questions and answers from our audience. We've got some questions that came in from Instagram and all over the place, and we have some interesting topics today.
I'm ready.
So here we go. From DN16, we have the question: is water wet?
Is your No, I'm joking. No. No. Fun fact, I did a Q&A when I was like 13 or 14 and got this exact same question.
Oh.
And ended up almost fist fighting my friends in the Q&A. One day I should actually like release that video. Not today.
That'd be a great little blooper section. Just don't fist fight me.
I won't. I promise.
Okay, so the answer is no?
No.
So you're wrong, but we're going to move on. From Shellheart, do you want more tattoos? And if so, what do you want them to be?
Ironically, she knows that I want more tattoos.
Okay.
Ironically. So I think we talked about this in a couple other episodes, right? Like, I want talent is God-given, be grateful. Fame, this would be upside down to y'all. But talent is God-given, be grateful. Fame is not a given, be humble. Conceit is self-driven, drive carefully, stay in your own lane, seat buckle. And then I want music notes in this dead space. And then somewhere around here, I want it to say, God came to my side and we talked about it. He sold me another life and he made a profit. And then for this arm, I want it to be dedicated to like when I have kids and I get married. You know, if I get married, because I'm married to the game. And then I'm gonna get a matching siblings tattoo with one of my sisters on my back.
That's very cute. I have a siblings tattoo. We're not matching because my siblings aren't 18, but it's little stars right here. It's me and my 2 little sisters. I know. Shout out, little baby sis.
Baby sis.
So you're getting a tattoo for a family that you don't even have yet.
Yes.
That's dedication. Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready.
Good idea.
Good idea. Touch this arm for that reason.
That's perfect. Okay, so next question. If you could change any one thing in your life, what would it be?
Probably my financial, my financial situation. Because, like, it's not horrible, but, like, I mean, I'd like to be able to, like, I told my girlfriend that my dream is to one day be able to just walk into any store and, like, not have to worry about how much XYZ costs. Like, which I guess is ideally a lot of people's dream, but, you know, that's my big thing.
That's fair.
Or a Hellcat.
Oh. Okay. Love that. Okay, what are some green flags in a relationship?
Ooh. Kendrix, if you weren't smoking 17 packs a day, I would, I'd be able to bounce off of this with you. Because I'm bad at green flags.
What? I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, but, like, actually, that's good. That's, okay. What are green flags for you, Sophie?
What are my green flags in a relationship?
Yeah. What are your green flags?
So, I've only ever been in one serious relationship. The one I'm in now.
Shout out, Gabe.
Shout out, Gabe. Love you. But some green flags are definitely that he's very mature about when we get into arguments or just, like, any kind of situations or, like, problems that we have to solve. There's a lot of maturity that goes on there.
Yeah.
And so that helps a lot. And also he's very, like, understanding, especially when I'm maybe feeling emotional about things. I think that that's very important to be able to be, like, vulnerable with your partner and not think that they're going to, like, judge you or get upset that you're being, even if you're being ridiculous sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
He definitely is very good at all those kind of things. And we're just, like, someone that you're able to be, like, besties with. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think that really helps because if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you might be in there for the long haul.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, like, 60, 70 years or something like that. So I think that's very important.
No,
What
I
about
agree.
you?
I agree. My green flag, she has to have a fat... No, I'm joking. No, maturity is definitely a green flag for me because, like, I'm a highly emotional person, but
Same, sis.
through through just everything that I've learned in life and learning how to be more emotionally vulnerable instead of just joking about everything.
Right.
I did look for a girl that could understand that, like, you know, sometimes when I'm joking, I'm kind of going through something low key, and, like, understand that, like, there's gonna be days where, because, you know, a relationship is 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, a good relationship is 50-50. Well, there's gonna be some days where you're only gonna give 10 and I gotta give 90, and I'm cool with that, but you gotta be cool, like, vice versa. And in the relationship I'm in now, that's definitely my biggest green flag, as well as the fact that she has this innate ability to blend very well with my family. That's a very big green flag.
That's a good one.
Because my family is like, now that I'm in this stage of life, I actually called my sister yesterday, and we had a conversation in regards to that. And I told her, I was like, you know, in my past relationship, I don't know that I would have chosen my family over that person because I was so stuck on that person.
Mm-hmm.
But now in this relationship, it's like, you know, I'm so worried about, like, does my sister like her? Because if my sister doesn't like her, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, if my mom doesn't like her, I'm good. If my dad doesn't like her, my dad likes everybody for the most part. So, like, that wasn't a super hard one. Thank the Lord. But those are my green flags.
The family one, that's true. I agree. I've got that too, and that makes things a lot easier.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
112%.
Okay, so this isn't on here, but what are some maybe rapid fire red flags?
Red flags?
That you want to avoid.
Listen, different colored long hair. But she has different color. Oh, I'm gonna get a mean text with this job. I'm gonna mean text. No, a red flag. So, this is such a big pet peeve of mine, and I respect whatever people's beliefs are, but letting where the stars were when you were born dictate whether or not I can be with you or not. That bothers the shit out of me. I hate that. Like, because if that's what you believe, that's fine. Like, but I can't be with you.
You're not even giving me a chance. Right.
Right. Like,
yeah,
you're just completely brushing me off. I also dislike hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care if you want your man to be, like, 6 foot. Like, that's fine. I respect that. But don't be mad if he wants you to be under a certain weight. Because he can't control his height. But you can control your weight in some circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Well,
okay?
That's just toxic all around. We shouldn't be expecting any of that.
I think both are super toxic.
Yeah.
So, like, both for me are, like... Granted, I've never dated a girl that was taller than me. Mm-hmm. But, like, if we click, we click. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you're taller than me, you know, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Okay, from Gamakai Kin. Are you happy with where you are right now in life, in general?
No.
No?
No. Because I talked to y'all about this a little bit, but my goal with this podcast is for it to be like the full-time job, like for myself. Like, and when I say full-time, I mean, like, you know, everybody on the team can still do whatever they need to do and, like, you know, live their own lives. But, like, I can manage the, you know, the guest and the business aspect of it. And, like, it can fund different things, like, you know, different nonprofits that I want to do. Because I want to start a mentorship program. And I want to start a couple businesses within the next couple years. And, like, I ideally would like this to be what funds it, as well as what funds everybody else's pockets around me. Mm-hmm. So, no, I'm not happy. I'm a very, what do they call it in the rap world? I'm a very hungry person. I'm extremely hungry, and I don't.
You need some bread.
I do. Need those carbs.
That's fair. That's fair. And you're young. You know, we're all young. We got
True.
a lot of time to make that work. Okay, so here's an interesting one again from Shell Hart. What other podcasts do you listen to, and what are they about?
Hands down, my favorite podcast on earth is the You Should Know podcast.
Who does that?
It's these dudes named Peyton and Cam, and they were like best friends from college. So that's actually, fun fact, that's actually why I really like having Kendrix as my like co-host or whatever. Even though really at the end of the day we're both co-hosts, it's just host with the most like flows better.
Yeah.
But we're like each other's co-hosts. But that's why I like having him, is because I like that dynamic, because they tell, like, theirs is a lot less serious. It's just, it's funny, like, and it's not episodic. It's like just recounting different stories, talking about pop culture, all that stuff. But like, you can tell that like they don't script anything. So like whenever, you know, we're talking about ideas for like this stuff, we don't script anything. Like, even when we have guests, I mean, like, yeah, I'll put together some questions. Kendrick will put together some questions. In the conspiracy episode that I guess by now has dropped, like, you know, he'll put together like bullet points of what to talk about, but we don't script anything. Like, we do not talk about any bit of it as far as like actual dialogue beforehand. And we only talk about things like if there's, you know, sponsorship or something that, you know, does need to be said and we have to make sure, okay, well, this is in there, then okay, we'll talk about that. Or like if he or you host, it's like, okay, well, what do you say? Then it's like, well, this is what I say. I guess that's scripted, but that's really like...
I mean, I think that's just professional. That's just being prepared. A couple things.
It's making me feel good. This is the first time they've seen you on camera? I just thought about that.
Yeah, I think so.
That's insane. That's wild.
Hey.
That just dawned on me. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Well, to the podcast question, I am obsessed with this podcast called the H3 Podcast.
Yes.
And they started as like a YouTube reaction channel, and I've been watching them since like day one, and the stuff that they talk about is just so it's a lot of like current events kind of thing. And the host, Ethan Klein, is just so funny. He's got this girl boss wife, Ela Klein, who like started her own fashion company, and they're very successful, and they have like a very close fan base, so they have like all kinds of inside jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I could watch that all day long. They have 5 episodes a week that are like 2+ hours long.
Do they?
Yeah.
So if any editors are like looking just to, you know,
full time for free, also.
Really. We'll like get accredited so you can get like credits. Not anytime soon, but.
Well, you can put us on your resume. We'll say something good about you. Oh gosh.
Oh,
well, that's a good one. I'll have to check it out. Okay. Sophie Hensley, keute name, asked, what is your favorite Cheetos flavor?
So we did kind of talk about this before camera, but my bad. Before rolling. I'm not a big Cheetos person, but the Chile lime ones, those are really good. This is going to be really gross. I'm not going to lie. But when I worked at a bank, one of my a couple of my coworkers put me on to dipping those into sour cream, and it tasted delicious. It's a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm not gonna lie. When I had the flu, when I had the flu, I was just eating that. Yeah, it was bad.
I have heard of hot Cheetos and cream cheese.
That's also really good.
Now, I will say about Cheetos, the hot Cheetos are very good, but I cannot do spicy. Really? And so if I want to eat hot Cheetos, because their flavor, in my opinion, is amazing, but it's like an effort that I have to put in to eat the hot Cheetos.
That's fair. That's
because they're so spicy. But
so you don't eat Takis, do you?
Oh no.
Let me know in the comments if you would like to see us do like a hot chip challenge. That'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun. I would be in tears. But that'd be fun.
You would be in tears.
I'd be in tears, yeah. Because I love spicy stuff. Kendrix would be fine. Kendrix would be perfectly fine. He'd be okay. But but I know, like, my stomach is kind of sensitive. And so, like, that's why, like, I don't eat. Like, I had to change my whole diet recently. Because, like, my heart was not having the stuff I was eating. So, like, me eating a bunch of chips, I'm going to be sweating, probably vomiting on camera.
Oh, so cute.
We should do it like a Hot Ones though, like how they do it, like with one of our.
But then you have to like keep talking while you're eating the hot stuff.
Yeah. Let's do that with. If we can get our next guest in town, let's do it with them.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so much fun.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but Morgan Isock?
Morgan is okay.
Morgan is okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry, Morgan.
Morgan, I suck. I love that.
Morgan is okay asked, what is the top item on your bucket list?
On my bucket list?
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird. This is so weird because I almost did this, but to get married.
Oh.
Like, it's so strange.
That's not weird.
It's weird because I almost, you know.
Yeah.
But it, like, I know, because most guys will say, like, oh, you know, skydiving, like that. And that's cool. I don't like heights, but that's cool. But to get married, because if ever somebody, which I guess now, if ever somebody can get me to the point where, like, I'm willing to give all of myself to you, oh my God, that's going to be the best feeling ever. It's going to be the best feeling ever. And when I do get married, there's going to be tears in my face. Just, and people are going to, like, ask, oh, are they tears of joy? Maybe. Maybe they're tears of fear. We don't know.
Let's hope so. That's a good one. I would say my, like, all sweet emotional bucket list item would be, like, having a baby. But I would say that my, like, fun LOL bucket list item would be going to, like, a music festival. Like, one of those, like, multiple day ones where you camp out and you see, like, a bunch of shows. Someone was telling me about Bonnaroo, and I was like, that sounds like a lot of fun. Would you go to one of those?
I would. I would go to Burning Man. I really want to go to Burning Man or Lollapalooza. Is that how Lollapalooza works?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
You still camp out? Because that's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
I mean, however it works, I would go to that. There's also Birds, which I'm not, like, a pothead, but seems like something I would, I guess, try without the extracurriculars going on. I probably wouldn't involve myself in that. But I guess fun bucket list item would probably be to go to a Lil Wayne concert because I am scared for how long that man has left just because of how his health has been recently. Like, I am terrified. So I really want to go to a concert, but there's a lot of controversy with his concerts recently, so I was supposed to go to one, actually, and then something happened, and I couldn't go, and I was pressed. But stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for the Lil Wayne episode.
We'll go into all that at some point.
Okay, well, speaking of crazy concerts, It's Yvette asked, what is the craziest thing you have ever done?
I strive to do dumb stuff. Like, which is not good, and I know that that's not good, but I strive to do dumb things. Because I'm a very, like, my girlfriend hates this, but there's a song, and in the song it says, live a short life, but a fun one. And I'm all about that. No! Oh, I know the craziest thing I've done. So I remember I was like 19 or 20 at the time, and I went to a house party, and I was just knocking them back, like going like one after another. Well, there was this 6-man funnel. I could not tell you what all went in that funnel. Could not tell you. But they put a bunch of stuff in it. Mind you, so the 6-man, it's supposed to, like, it holds enough for people to, like 6 people to be able to, like, get a good amount. They put a bunch of stuff in it. They were like, okay, is everybody ready? I was already drinking it. Like, I was already going to town. Like, and, like, by the time they started drinking it, they were like, why did that go so fast? And I was like, oh, my God, this is a great party, blah, blah. This is amazing. They were like, Carl, we didn't start yet. I was like, oh, shit. My bad, dog. I don't know how I didn't get alcohol poisoning that night. I should have been dead.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Dang, maybe I gotta start experiencing life or something. I don't know.
Don't experience
Maybe I'll
that.
go off and...
Don't do that. I would not recommend
we'll
anybody
be back for
do
the
that.
regrets episode. Oh, man. Okay, so Cassidy asked, what would your advice be to the younger generation to help them be successful?
Honestly, Live a life. I'm looking to your souls. Live a life in which you can say that you regret little to nothing that you've done. Live a life that you can be responsible, save your money, open a 401k, invest, do all that. But with the extra money you have, travel the world, have fun, use protection a lot. Like all those different things, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, you see the wildfire, God bless their souls. You see the wildfires in, Maui, and, the missile strikes in Ukraine and all that. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. So live your life in such a way that one, no one can question it, but two, that like you have no regrets. One thing I do live my life by, though, and I will leave you with this, and that'll be the end of my part of this question because I'm interested in what you have. But whenever you do something that you want to do, make two plans. Make one that's realistic, and make a plan that when people ask you about it, they raise their eyebrow and they say, you can't do that. And stick to that second plan harder than the first. First plan can be a crutch, whatever. If you fail, you fail. It's okay. That's fine. But strive to hit that second one and like go full force on it.
That's interesting.
He's got wisdom.
Okay, wisdom. Sophia means wisdom.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're like holding the iPad. I'm out here just.
That's okay. Well, maybe if I can share a little bit of my wisdom, I think that a really good thing to get a grasp on when you're young is time management, because not only is it like, more respectful to your boss or whatever that you need to do, but you're able to do more if you can like fit more things into your schedule, you know? And so I think if I wasn't as good at time management as I am now, and sometimes I go a little crazy with the organization, but I wouldn't be able to produce this podcast. I wouldn't be able to be in the organization that I'm in at school. I wouldn't be making good grades. I wouldn't be having my job and going to the gym and doing all this different stuff at the same time if I didn't really focus on managing my time and sleep well. And so
I respect that.
Thank you.
I do not.
I think that's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's if I had met Sophie when I was 18, and I could have gotten that advice about sleep, I think I'd be way better off because I don't sleep.
See, and some people can function. Like how some people can function while they're high and you don't really know?
Yeah.
Some people can function off of 2 hours of sleep and be like, fine.
Yeah, and that's impressive.
Kendrix.
This is why co-host Kendrix doesn't have a voice, is because he doesn't like to sleep and then exhaust his energy. I'm dropping a diss track. I'm dropping the hardest diss track against Kendrix ever. 2024. January.
We'll be looking out for that.
Ho.
All right. Bartley Sarah asked, what is the hardest thing that you've had to do?
Except the things that I can't change. Whether it be like death, whether it be the loss of, friendships, like that, hands down, that is like, so people will tell you like, oh, everybody has a soulmate. Yes. But I don't think people tell you what everybody's soulmate looks like. Mm-hmm. So I think that oftentimes people's soulmates can be like, friends. Mm-hmm. And you can lose said soulmates. And the loss of very good friendships over, honestly, like looking back at it, kind of dumb things, is so, that's tough. To swallow that pill sucks. Mm-hmm. It teaches you a lot, but it sucks. It's the hardest thing you've ever had to do.
I wouldn't say this is, I've had a lot of hard things that I've had to deal with, but maybe this isn't the top of the list, but I had to make the decision when I was a freshman of like choosing what I want to do over what is like maybe makes the most sense or the smartest or what my family or friends or whoever else wants me to do. Mm-hmm. And that was very like, I got to the point where I was like, is this even smart? Like, am I even making the right decision for myself? And so that was a lot to work through. But eventually I was just like, you know what? I feel like this is right, so
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And so it ended up being the right choice, but just kind of having to make like a big girl decision
I get that.
and not knowing what's gonna come from it. Okay, Trinity Jade Billings asked, "What is your favorite road trip song?"
That's tough.
Okay, I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Plan B by Megan Thee Stallion.
I've never heard that.
It's
feel like
really
I need
good.
to.
I'd play it for you, but
Yeah.
what do you call Daddy Google?
Daddy Google. Is that what you call it? Daddy YouTube.
Daddy
YouTube. Yeah. I'm Papa
It's
Google.
it's very much women empowerment.
I like that.
Mhm.
I feel like, is Megan Thee Stallion like a very big women empowerment? Like, is she like one of the leaders of like this new generation of women empowerment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that much about her, but she raps about whatever she wants to in her songs. So
Yeah.
I would say that, yeah.
What is it? WAP?
Mhm.
However you say that
WAP.
word. I feel like that
Yes.
was women empowerment.
Yes.
Like, and granted, I mean, like, you know, our side, it was like, man, this is kind of a gross song.
Yeah, but guys be talking about their
Yeah.
ding-a-lings all day long.
Honestly,
and
I wasn't against the song. It was catchy. She said, "Park this Big Mac truck," something, I don't know.
his
But
little garage.
yeah, I like that. I was like, that's cool. Like, I'm with that. Whatever.
I know. I feel like some people gotta see it from the other side of things. It's like there's literally people out here rapping about like, "Bitch, suck my dick," and it's like, okay, well, we can sing it too. Like, I don't know, but we need a favorite road trip song from you.
Okay. Favorite road trip song? Myron, hands down. Anybody who's ever ridden in a car with me for a long, like, for more than an hour knows Myron will come on. Cause if I could adjust this shot and do the little, like, the gritty oh my God. I love that song, like, hands down. Really any Uzi song. Either that or 20 Minutes. Cause I'm like vibing in the car to myself. I'm like, she's gonna need to do it. Yeah. Cause I know that's just a valid. Usually when I go back to the, like, I'm just like, I'm feeling it. Like, cause, and then he said something about like, I put a coat on the top of my coat. Like, cause he's got so much ice. And I was like, this is such a hard song.
Yeah.
Like, so I just vibe out to those. When
You
I'm
know what
driving.
else I like is Grills.
What's that by?
Nelly something, I think.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my black card. I knew that. Oh, I knew that. Oh man, no.
Okay. Let me ask you this: what is your favorite like chill? It's like a somber, rainy day. I'm sitting on the couch. We're taking a drive. Relaxing. Maybe not relaxing, but just like chill, slow song. Instead of like pump up. For a road trip.
Probably Dark Side of the Moon or The Gambler. Because Dark Side of the Moon, that's very special in my relationship. Well, both songs are very special in my relationship. But Dark Side of the Moon is special in my relationship because it talks about waiting for your person on the dark side of the moon, even though the world is falling apart. Like, the world is literally in the apocalypse, but that person is finding you. And if they get there before you, leave a message in the dust for them so that they know where to find you. The Gambler is just beautiful. Like, it is a beautiful song because it talks about, like, it's a love story. Those are the two that I would, like, sit and vibe to.
Kendrix is messaging me. He says, "I think I like When It Rains," Willis.
That is a good song.
Yeah.
That's a very good song.
That's a nice chill song.
It's a very good
I like anything by Etta James when I'm just like chilling out. Like A Sunday Kind of Love.
Yeah.
Just in the feels.
I might listen to Rod Wave,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Like Cold December or Alone
Mm-hmm.
or Pieces. Oh, Pieces, like, oh my God. Or Forever. Anything off Beautiful Minds, I will listen to. Like, if it's raining outside and I'm like, I want to be in my feelings, Beautiful Minds is the album that I play on repeat. Beautiful.
We need to make a Lessons from the Inside playlist.
We should.
That would be good.
We should.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. My diss track's going to be in there, so.
Next question. Sarah asks, what is your greatest achievement so far in life?
I just remember that question. My greatest achievement so far in life is probably the friends that I have now. Because I went through a phase where, like, there was the phase of, like, picking friends, like, based on where I just, like, could fit in and kind of camouflage myself. There was a phase of picking friends because they picked me and they wanted, like, the token black friend. There was the phase of picking people who weren't really going to have my back. And now I'm in a phase where, like, I'm with people that, like, when I get married, I know who my groomsmen will be. Whenever I, like, go on big trips, I know exactly who I want to invite. Like, all these different things. So I'm extremely blessed. And that's what I would say is mine. What's yours?
My greatest achievement in life? I would have to say my relationship is a big one. I'm very proud of the healthy relationship.
Shout out Gabe.
Shout out Gabe. That I have. And also my dedication to, like, being creative, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I add art to my life in every way that I can. Or at least I try to. And I'm very proud that I have a lot to show for that.
Fun fact, if you didn't already catch it, Sophie edits all of our podcasts, and it is phenomenal. Like, I watch them every Friday or Saturday before we upload them, and I'm like, my God, I couldn't have done this. I could not have done this at all.
Thank you.
So yeah, props to you for the creativity, because you do put 110% effort into anything you do. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you.
You know, and thank you. Kendrix, you're done. You're not the co-host anymore.
Oh. I didn't sign up for this. Okay, I don't think I could do what you guys do because, like, every week, like, I'm nervy AF right now.
Are you?
Yeah, kind of.
Don't be nervous. Don't even worry about it. Like, pretend like the camera is in its underwear.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
You bunch of wires.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, here's a little more of a lighthearted question. Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
Yes.
Bro, what?
Yes. Here's the thing. I think, okay. I think all subs are sandwiches, but not all sandwiches are subs. So,
What?
a hot dog by definition is a sub. Because, you know, it's meat in between a foldable bun. A sub is a sandwich. I rest my case.
I think a hot dog is a hot dog.
And I hear your incorrect opinion. I hear it. I hear it.
And Kendrix agrees, so...
I thought your
2
voice
against
was
1.
done. I thought
Sorry.
your voice was done.
It is. You got sign language?
Oh.
Oh,
Are we signing now?
we're getting communication from producer Kendrix.
Do better. Drink some tea. I don't like your racially motivated jokes. You're canceled. Anyways,
Okay.
hot dog is a sandwich.
Okay, that's fair. What is something that you are passionate about?
People I care about. Hands down. People I care about. Like, I want to see everybody, like I said before, I want to see everybody eat. I want to see everybody win. Like,
That's sweet.
I very much try to embody the whole, like, memes that you'll see where, like, oh, like, even if I don't talk to you anymore, like, when I see you, like, successful or winning or, like, married, you know, have a good job, have a nice car, whatever, like, I'm smiling for you because that's amazing. Like, Sydney, knowing him from, like, when I was a little kid and seeing him now, like, I smile when I see, like, his stuff. Because, like, that man, like, he worked hard. He's got a daily driver now. That man worked hard. And I'm proud of him. Like, I'm extremely proud of him. And, like, I never strive to be jealous or envious of people. I just strive to, like, whenever other people win, I want that to be, like, a motivation for me to, like, okay, well, like, they did it, and I'm proud of them. Let me reach the same level so that we're, like, sitting at the same table. Because right now, I don't have a seat at your table yet. Like, I mean, I do. I understand that I always have a seat at XYZ person's table. But I'm not ready to sit down at that table, you know? Like, I want that for everyone.
That's a good one.
Thank you. What
That's
about you?
nice. I'm very passionate about... equality. I think
Okay.
I'm very political sometimes, but I feel like when I see people being discriminated or judged for something that either they can't control or that is doing no harm to the world, that's what gets me going the most, I think. And so, yeah, just trying to create a better, more understanding world.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with that.
Okay, so hard transition here. I'm a little scared for this one. Sarah asked, "What is your favorite position?"
My favorite position? Probably power forward, honestly. I'm not very tall, so it's like a little bit tougher for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I can jump, so I can get rebounds like nobody's business.
That's
and,
what I
like,
was
You know,
thinking.
feed it to other people.
Yeah. Point guard's cool.
Point guard is cool.
Yeah.
I don't have handles, so like.
Right.
And then the shooting guard, I'd like the shooting guard
Mm-hmm.
because catch and shoot, like that's amazing. If I could shoot, because I'm like shorter than most people on the court, I'd probably be a shooting guard. You
Okay,
don't have to
hot
handle.
take. Referee.
Referee is a good position because they hold all the power. They get bullied a lot.
And they get paid.
They do get paid. They get
Just
paid
saying.
hella stacks.
Okay, moving on. Okay, I'm so sorry. Merity Elise.
Merity.
Elise. Love you, girlie. Okay, what do you look for in a woman?
We have to be able to hold a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a conversation about the easy things and the hard things. Because, like, I've never been somebody that's stuck on, like, oh, I have to date a specific race. So, like, if I date somebody outside of my race, which I do date somebody outside of my race, we've had the hard conversations of, like, you know, if we have kids, how do I explain to them, like, hey, mommy can do X, Y, Z, daddy can't necessarily do X, Y, Z. Mommy can go such and such place, we can't. Like, how do you explain that to them, and how do you teach them like that this stuff, like that there's certain things that they can't do. However, I also look for a girl who can hold her own, because my family's tough. My family's a very tough family to like integrate with, and if you're sensitive or you're like dumb, I hate to say it, but if you're dumb, they're like you're not gonna keep up. Like, and that's not to say that I'm like the smartest person on earth. I make dumb mistakes, you know, it happens. But like, those are two green flags, or not green flags, but those are two things that I have to have in a partner.
I would say maybe this is more of a red flag or green flag or whatever, but somebody who is like respectful to other people.
Yeah.
Especially like servers or at a restaurant or like retail workers or flight attendants and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a huge thing to look for.
That's actually a really good point. Because I guess that adds to mine. Because like if you don't respect my family, I'm good. But also if like yeah, I mean if you can be respectful to other people, I'm all for that. So I agree 100% with that.
All right. So our next question is, what is your worst sex story?